Who finally I get to go live. About time. Uh, well, something I've been wanting to do for a minute here. Um, Hold on 1 second, yeah. I'm just testing this stuff too, anyway. But I still wanted to talk some Dragon Ball. Hold on. Ooh, um, eventually I'm gonna have a better man cave than this, with better lighting, all that other stuff. But for now, it's what we got to deal with it. um, yeah, I've been wanting to talk about Dragon Ball up close and personal for a minute. Because now you get to see that I have a face, that I have somebody, that there's somebody, you know, you get to see my face. Um, yeah, like I said, some things I did want to talk about with the movie. I'm still kind of living about the actual transformations because I just think they were just out of pocket with the transformations. The whole orange piccolo stuff. I really, 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 really hate transformations. I really do. Okay. Yeah, I really hate transformations, man. Um, like I said, they really had a lot of potential. I went to see it. Went to see the movie because hey, I just wanted to see how it was if I actually got some experience, get the experience in the movie, see how it would go. And I actually kind of enjoyed myself. But even though the movie, like I said, the movie still sucked, but at least I enjoyed myself while I was there. I enjoyed the experience. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, they terrible, man. Um, because like I said, back in the beginning, you had the Saiyan saga. Even the Frieza saga was building up to transformations, but you know, at least at least it had a lot of meaning. It was a build up and then it was execution. Back then, during the sales from the Saiyan arc to the Cell arc, they had things. It was build up and then there was execution. Just like Gohan having his potential, the execution was in the Cell games when he turned Super Saiyan 2 against Cell. And the later series like Super, GT, and all that stuff, there's build up, but there's no execution. There's no payoff. You just it builds stuff up. It's just nothing. And they dropped the ball with this whole beast form, man. At the end of the movie, well, I've already discussed spoilers before. The whole beast form at the at the end, beast form and Orange Piccolo ruined it for me. Like I said, this movie could have been good. It kind of put me in mind of it was in the realm of when they were what was that when the Safujians, it was a Japanese dub movie. Just like Son Goku and his friends return, uh Hachiback or something like that. I forgot the enemy name. Hachiback, Janimba, those movies. So I'm used to big enemies not talking. They should have actually had another villain besides Cell Max. I think they could have been a little more original than that because they've had more original villains. Like I said, Janimba was an original villain. Hachiback, like the Savujian, um, they could have had a lot more. They could have put a little more thought into it. Harudagon, he was a big villain that couldn't talk, and that was a fun movie. That was a way better movie than this. That what was that? Wrath of the Dragon that ran circles around this movie, and That's why I said they could have had a good movie. All Goku had was Super Saiyan 3 and Wrath of the Dragon, and that was a fire movie. The Dragon Fist was beast mode, you know. Um, so they could have written a better movie without all the transformations. They didn't have to have crazy transformations. In just like in Wrath of the Dragon, all they had was Gohan's ultimate form. That's all they had. They didn't have all these crazy Super Saiyan God blue stuff. They had their regular transformations after the Kid Buu saga. It wasn't all this crazy God key. It was just them in their regular Saiyan, transformations. Um, I don't like what they're doing with Dragon Ball. It's like there are more and more people coming out just being pissed off about it. And like I said, if they're not gonna, I think they're going on a hiatus. I think they should, because this stuff, I don't know, it's just not working. They're recycling stuff. They should have never brought back Cell. They were a lot more original back 20 years ago. Like I said, when Wrath of the Dragon, with Tree of Might, with Brawley the Legendary Super Saiyan, I don't think they should have brought Brawley back. I really don't think they should have brought him back. The movie was good. Dragon Ball Super Broly, it was a good movie, but I don't agree with what Toyama did with the character. I don't agree with what he did with Bardock. I don't agree with what he did with a lot of these characters. I think he should have just left them in their standalone thing. I think he should have just left Bardock alone. That Dragon Ball Minus was just vomit, just pure vomit. Um, Dragon Ball Minus was vomit. Dragon, like I said, Dragon Ball GT runs circles around Super. The execution on some of that stuff was terrible, but I would still watch it over Super. I still go back and watch the Shadow Dragon arc. I still watch some of that stuff over anything that Super's ever produced. Um, and this movie, it is watchable for a second time, but uh, like I said, I can't give it a good score because of the stuff. Let's see. You know, I get close because you know how. Uh, yeah, yeah. They had back in the Cell arc, they had Toriyama had a staff. He had editors that helped him, and I think they should go back to that. They need to go back to those editors, that the people that were in place. How that's why Cell had three different forms. He had the original form. It's like no, first he was going to have the androids 19 and 20 be the main villain. They was like no, they look too goofy. Then they went to 17 and 18. It's like no, that's not going to work, Toriyama. You got to come better than that. You got to tighten up. You got to come better than that. They came up. He came out with Cell. Said no, that form's not. It's kind of anticlimactic. Then he had a second form. Said no, he's too ugly. You need to kind of refine him a little bit, and that's where you got perfect Cell. They're like, okay, yes, yes, there you go. So he had that. That's what made it so good before the Boo arc. The Boo arc now still, even though that's why the Boo arc was all over the place. It went back to that Toriyama esque Dragon Ball humor type stuff. It was everywhere. You had to fight a being that was impossible to beat hand to hand combat. No amount of sparring, no amount of training could beat him. You had to. It took a wish from Shenron to beat Majin Buu. It took everyone's energy and a wish from Shenron to beat him. Otherwise, they'd have been screwed still. Because even though the Spirit One was powered up, Kid Buu was still able to control it. So they had to, yeah. But it was all over the place. You could tell he didn't have any editors, um, because they started out with Gohan being the main character, and then they kind of backpedaled on it. You could tell that's where all the poor execution started coming. It started in the Buu arc, even though Buu arc was still better than Super. That's where all the poor execution started. They hyped Gohan up to be this savior, only to bring him down. Um, only to bring him down when he fought Super Buu. They just automatically just replaced him back with Goku. Um, and that trope kind of extended into GT, into Super, especially. Super's way worse. And I had a fear of this back before Super came out. I had a fear that it'd be terrible because I don't think they have the same love for it they used to have. Even though, because they don't have the editors anymore, they don't have the staff that they used to have that was over keeping it a consistent story. It's nothing like that's why I went and did videos on the Sand arc. I'm gonna do one on the Frieza, because those arcs they had their own problems. They had their own set of bad filler and all that, what people call bad filler. But I actually enjoyed the Frieza arc, other than the fake Namek. They could have saved that one. Even with Garlic Jr., I actually liked the Garlic Jr. saga. I don't know why. A lot of people don't like it. That's one of the least liked arcs ever. It's like the Great Saiyaman arc. I kind of actually like those arcs. I like that stuff, you know, because it's just Dragon Ball stuff. I like Garlic Jr., because I already watched Dead Zone. Um, I mean, I guess I don't know why I liked it, but I actually did. It didn't. It wasn't a snooze feel to me. Um, I know Kai kind of cut it out to everyone's joy, but hey, um, but yeah, they do need to go back to having editors, because they gotta they gotta find a. I really want Dragon Ball to be better. I want it to be better. Some people don't care either way, so care less. But I want it to be better. I want it to be way they had, because even even if he goes back to how he did things in the Blue Art, it's still much better than what's going on now. And without all the rehashing, he needs people, like I said, to give him some new ideas, to bring in some more stuff, because this is it's repetitive. It's just the same old tropes over and over and over. They have to learn the same lessons again, just like in the with Gohan. He's having to learn the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over, and it shouldn't be like this. He shouldn't have to keep learning the same stuff, because he in the Boo Saga he learned that he needed to keep training. In Resurrection F, he learned that he needed to keep training. Um, and as I watched the manga, I thought he had learned his lesson, because they didn't bring it up anymore, like in the Tournament of Power or the Moral arc, even though those arcs were still trash. But it appeared that Gohan had learned his lesson somewhere, because he was still strong and powerful, and was still training. But it's like in this movie here, it's like it went back to the same trope, and it's not funny anymore. It was never really funny. It's never really anything good about it. I mean, I don't know why they rehashed it in Resurrection F. I thought he had learned this stuff in the Buu Saga, just like with Goku. Um, they rehashed a lot of things with Goku. He keeps having to learn not to drop his guard over and over and over and over, and he's having to. He's It's like he's keep dropping his guard. He keeps showing mercy to people that don't deserve mercy. He learned the first time he should have learned that was with Raditz and with Frieza. He should have learned it with Raditz and with Frieza. He had already learned this in the Cell arc, because he was like, okay, he was trying to tell Gohan, look, you need to finish Cell now. He's irredeemable. You need to kill him now. And even with Majin Buu, he wasn't trying to let Buu live. He wasn't trying to give him another chance. Well, I just want to. No, he was trying to come up with a way to destroy him, even though he couldn't do it himself. Because, like, I take it back to the Buu arc. A lot of people saying he could have just killed a Fat Buu. I don't think so, because he only had so much time on Earth. That Super Saiyan 3 drained his time and his power and his energy. So I don't think he would have been able to luster up enough strength to kill Majin Buu. Because if you go back and look at it, um, Super Saiyan, the way Gotenks fought with Super Buu, Gotenks was miles ahead of Goku in terms of strength. So he knew if those kids turned Super Saiyan and fused together, he knew the power of the fusion. He knew how strong they were. So he knew if they fused, because he knows the fusion technique. He knows how strong fusion is, and so he knows. Let me see some. He knows. Yeah. Um. That's why I went on a rant in the other live stream. They they don't know what to do with Majin Buu, with Fat Buu. I don't. They might as well have just left him out of the story. They should have just left him out. They should have left him out. They should have left a lot. They got all these characters and don't know what to do. And the reason why they don't know what to do, written themselves into a corner. They made these enemies so strong, so powerful. Take I don't know if anybody's watched Baki the Grappler, or Baki, just regular Baki when he's an adult. Yu Yu Hakusho, those different animes. They use all of their characters. They use all their fighters. Like Yu Yu Hakusho was one of the greatest. Is a classic. They use everybody. In Bleach, they use it ain't just about Ichigo. They use all the different characters. They use everybody, and that's what like even One Piece. One Piece, Naruto did it. Uh, I'm not the biggest fan of Naruto, but I watched it because it couldn't keep my. It's a good series. Some things can be good, but it might not be for you. It's a great series. It's just it couldn't grasp my attention for too long. But I kept up with it just to because I always wanted to do I always wanted to do content and stuff, and I wanted to have something to compare Dragon Ball to and different things like that. But yeah, they utilize everybody. They utilize uh every character with One Piece. They utilize every character. Like I said with Bleach, with a lot of these different series, they utilize every character. They don't just make it about two main people. Even with you go into the comics and stuff, Marvel, DC stuff, they have things for every character to do. It's not just with Goku. It's not just one person. It's not just Batman saving everybody. It's not just Superman just overpowering and everybody's waiting on Superman. He's our only hope. No, everybody's involved. You see what I'm saying? So it's not. It can be done. They could utilize everybody. It's just and they've done it because they've done it in the past. They've done it with in it's like after the Cell saga, they threw everybody away. They threw all them humans away because they did it in the Cell arc. They used from the androids all the way up to the Cell arc. They utilized everybody. Everybody got involved. So there's no way you can tell me that there's no they've written themselves into a corner, making these people so strong, making Moro, all these people just astronomically powerful. Even in GT, they made everybody astronomically powerful. And yeah, no, it's not a good idea. Even with like I said with Baki, he got stronger over the years, but he's not universal. He can't blow up a planet by tapping on the ground with his fingernail. He's not. There's a realistic progression, but he's not over extremely over massively overpowered. It's just like Yusuke, he got leagues above where he was at first, but he just wasn't extremely massively overpowered. He didn't go from you know bullets stinging him to be able to flick his fingers and destroy a universe. I mean, there's a way to do this. There's a way to progress a character in martial arts in their mental state without making them just extremely overpowered. It's okay if Goku uh, isn't star level or solar system level. You didn't have to make him that strong. You could have just gave him a bunch of techniques and made the fighting look interesting and all this other stuff. You didn't have to make him this overpowered person. You didn't have to give him all these crazy transformations. They could have just had Super Saiyan 2, maybe Super Saiyan 3 or something. But you could have left it at that, honestly. You could honestly could have left it at that and had a great series. Because all that extra stuff in this and barely use a Super Saiyan 3 in case of emergency because it drains so much power or something like that. You could just have a Super Saiyan 2, mainly the main form. All this extra stuff is just not it's not called for. And Gohan, you can still give him his ultimate because I thought it was cool. But all this extra ultra mega overpowered is ultra ego. I really want ultra ego is one of the worst. It's got to be the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. Ultra ego, ultra instinct, those that stuff sucks. It sucks. You could have gave Vegeta destruction key without giving him a new form. You didn't have to do that. Oh yeah, yeah. And the fighting, I give Dragon Ball this. Some of the fighting is decent. Just like I tell you like this, it the fighting in Dragon Ball to me is more interesting than a lot of stuff I've seen in the Tournament of Power. Piccolo's fight with Android 17 was better than Goku's fight with Android 17. I think that whole fight was fan service because everyone wanted to see them fight. That's all it was, fan service trash. 'Cause Goku, go back to if you watch Piccolo versus 17, it was not linear at all. Go back to Goku versus Cell. It was not linear. Goku versus Jackie Chun in Dragon Ball. It was it was amazing. Goku versus Piccolo Jr. I know a lot of these different fights. Goku versus Mercenary Tao. Goku versus Tien Shinhan versus it was one sided, but Tien Shinhan versus Mercenary Tao. Goku versus Tien Shinhan. A lot of the Dragon Ball fights are a lot more interesting than Tournament of Power. Um, even the tournaments back then, all the tournaments in Dragon Ball run circles around the Tournament of Power, and the animation wasn't even as good. But the story, the the overall lessons and everything in it, bar none, it surpasses anything in the Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power sucked. It sucked. It just jizzed it up with a bunch of light shows, and it was just basically for kids. It was basically for people that don't really know or understand Dragon Ball. A lot of the super fights were crazy, were kind of linear because they didn't. It's like they didn't know what they were doing when it came to drawing these fights. Because you watch Goku versus Vegeta, Goku versus Majin Vegeta. That fight was well choreographed. Goku versus, like I said, Goku versus Cell was well choreographed. Uh, the choreography was just freaking just off the wall. I always put Goku versus Cell over Gohan versus Cell because that was just Gohan getting beat down at first, and then when he turned Super Saiyan 2, it was just a one-sided slugfest. But I still enjoyed it. I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy it. But the fight, the actual fight with Goku versus Cell fight was better. Uh, but like I said, and I was excited. Like I said, I was excited to see Android 17 versus Piccolo, Piccolo versus Imperfect Cell. Um, it was okay fight. Let's see. What was another beatdown? A fight we love to see how Trunks just obliterated Frieza and King Cold. How Vegeta beat Android 19 like he stole something. Uh, it's a lot of stuff from Z. It's just it craps on Super, man. A lot of stuff. So they could have kept him at that level at that level or a similar level. They could have had similar stories. New villains, all new villains. Forget just scratch all this other stuff because, like I said, even GT had interesting stuff, had interesting villains. Like I said, the execution was poor. Like Super Saiyan 4 was the bomb. I don't care what nobody says. Super Saiyan 4 is just yes. I wasn't like I said. I still don't. I give Super Saiyan 4 a pass just because it's so freaking awesome. Super Saiyan 4 just looks dope. You can't deny how dope it looks. You know, I can't deny how dope that looks. That's um so it's just like I don't know, it's they could do a lot better uh with the fighting. Um they could make it look a lot less like a video game. Like some of the fights and Super were kind of now I did like Goku and Trunks versus Black and Zamasu. I did like that fight. I can't lie about that. I can't lie. I'm not sucking off Super. It's just certain things I did like Goku versus Hit. I like that fight. I enjoyed that fight because Hit had techniques and it brought it back to martial arts. Anytime it reminded me of what Dragon Ball was all about because you sometimes forget because of Super, all they're about is just overpowering the opponent instead of learning the right techniques. Just like when he fought Hit the second time, Hit had his technique. He just overpowered him. He didn't have a technique to counter his. He was just he manned him and was just kind of I don't know. I preferred the first fight over the second one any day. Even though Goku lost, I don't care because Goku lost a lot of fights, so that don't mean nothing. That don't mean it wasn't a good fight. He lost against Cell. He lost against Vegeta. He lost even the first time when he first fight with Vegeta when he did the Kaioken. But even like I said, this they could they have to go back to. I think they really need to go back and watch their old stuff. I really do. I think they need to go back and watch their old stuff. I think they need to sit like they're doing, like they're taking a hiatus. They need to just take a hiatus, take a break, go back and watch their old material. Toyotaro, you need to sit down, take a break, go back and watch the Saiyan Saga, man. Go back and watch Dragon Ball. Go back and watch the Tien Shinhan arc, that tournament. I don't remember the tournament it was. Uh, you got people that know all the tournaments and everything by name. Um, Go back and watch Piccolo Jr., Mercenary Tao, General Blue, uh, all that stuff, man. It was way better than the stuff that's going on now. It's way better. The Goku Black arc had potential, but they dropped the ball. The swapping bodies thing, that's just a turnoff for me. It was unoriginal. Butt pulls out of nowhere. Like I said, I'm just not and I'm bringing up all this other stuff because it's just the same stuff that this movie produced. It's just transformations, and the plot was kind of moving a little too fast. But I understand that because it was a movie. But like I said, like I said in my review, I did enjoy Piccolo's adventure. I did enjoy his relationship with Pan. I did enjoy um, some of the humor that was in the movie, even though I don't like how they're treating some of these characters. I did enjoy some of the humor. I wish they would use all the characters, not excluding Goku and Vegeta. They did right by excluding them, but I don't like that they also excluded Majin Buu. I don't like that they excluded T and Shinhan. It's like they throwing away these characters. They excluded Yamcha, Chaozu, all these people that started the series. They just X them out, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what made Dragon Ball great was these characters. A lot of people that have memes about Yamcha and all this other stuff and all that. But those characters, they started it out. There was one of the first people Goku met, Master Roshi. You can't. I mean, those are the people that made the series great. Those are the people that's who, just like with Master Roshi. He's the one that paved the way for these guys. He taught he trained all of them. He trained, like I say, he trained Goku. Goku taught Gohan basically what he learned from Master Roshi. What he learned from Master Roshi and King Kai. He taught that to Gohan. I mean, so if it wasn't for Master Roshi, it wouldn't be a Krillin, it wouldn't be a Yamcha, it wouldn't be a Tien. They'd have been their separate ways somewhere doing some other stuff. So the fact that you built Dragon Ball up with all these characters, you gave Tien his own character development. You gave Yamcha character development. He was a desert bandit. You gave Tien Chaozu. You gave them these character developments just to brush them aside. And the way they treated him in the tournament of power was just abysmal. It was very disrespectful how they did Tien in the tournament of power. It was just blatant disrespect. It was disrespect how they did him in the Boo saga. It was just all of that was disrespect. The last thing we saw Tien do was when he did the Kikoho on Cell. I think it was the Shin Kikoho of the yeah it was where he did the tri beam over and over and over. And he was draining his life force. I think he could have killed him perfect cell. Honestly, that's just my opinion. Now I'm trying to this. Now that was my question too. Why didn't he do? Why didn't Tien Shinhan do the key coho on the androids? Why didn't he do it on the android? Why didn't he do it on Android 19 and Android 20? No, probably because they could have absorbed it. They might have could have absorbed it. But why not on Android 17, 18, or imperfect? If it worked on semi perfect cell, why didn't he whip that thing out on the androids? That fight could have been over, and he could have did it in the future timeline. Man, he could have. if it was strong enough to push back semi-perfect cell, I think it would have did Frieza some damage. He could have whipped that thing out when they fought the androids. Because I don't think when they fought the androids versus second form cell, not much time had passed. So it wasn't like he just got massively stronger between the fight with the androids versus uh imperfect. I mean versus semi-perfect cell. The one that was where is Android 18? That one. The ugly bastard. I think he could have killed them androids with that key coho. They be bringing out techniques. They always do. They bring out techniques that was useful previous in the series. Just like with what was that? Krillin's Destructo Disc. It was a mean. They was playing with that idea in a bridge, Dragon Ball Z bridge. It kept asking Krill, why aren't you using your Shienzan? And it was because he really could have used it in certain cases. He could have cut Nappa in half. Um, he poured it out like it's certain things, certain techniques they used, just like Super Saiyan 3 with Goku. They poured it out. That's how you know Toriyama was just riding off the seat of his pants. All of a sudden, here comes this new technique that could have killed everybody in the beginning. That could have just stopped everything. He should have just went Super Saiyan 3. Goku could have just went Super Saiyan 3 and stopped the whole and just saved everybody. In the beginning, he could have killed Dabura. Um, he could have just look. He could have killed Dabura. He could have just told Vegeta instead of trying to all this pride stuff. I think that was crap. He could have said, "Look, Vegeta, I know you want to fight me. I'm a lot stronger than you. Okay, I've been training in the other world. I've been training my tail off. I'm a hell of a lot stronger than you. You stand no chance. I have a new form called Super Saiyan 3. He found out anyway. He found out anyway and got mad at Goku because and didn't want to fuse. That's why he didn't want to fuse with him when they were fighting Super Buu after he absorbed Gohan. He might well just told him, look, Vegeta, I surpassed you again, okay? I know you're gonna be pissed, but hey, I got Super Saiyan 3. I kind of can't use it because it'll drain off all the time I have on Earth, but yeah, I'll show you once we wrap this crap up. Let's wrap this Majin Buu stuff up, and then I'll show you my new form. Okay, I'll show you. I'll let you see it, and then you can either get it on your own or surpass me some other way. Or yeah, all that could have been avoided. But I don't think Toriyama had even thought about Super Saiyan 3 at that time when he fought Majin Vegeta. I know he's writing off the seat of his pants. He should have had editors um, to do this stuff because yeah, because it was just kind of you can't make it make sense. Can't make it make sense because how? I mean, but they kind of brought it back as a trope when he, like I said, when Vegeta got back. So I know all about your Super Saiyan 3. You hid it from me. It made it seem like yeah, you know, he was trying to he wrote it he kind of wrote himself into a corner. He had to kind of ease himself on out of it. But you know, yeah. But they had to do this time trope to make it seem like it was a reason why he didn't use Super Saiyan 3. But yeah, it's still, even with all the problems in the Boo arc, it's still 1,000 times better, 1,000 times better than Super, bar none. Still 1,000 times better than Super. Still 1,000 times better than Battle of the Gods arc. Better than Universe 6 and all that other crap. Um, like I said, this I don't know, man. I I thought, like I said, we even with the movie, back to the movie, I thought some of the things in the movie was funny. The movie did suck, but some of the stuff was funny. It kind, like I said, it kind of reminded me of Son Goku and his friends return, except Son Goku and his friends return. They did something right that this movie didn't. They involved everybody. They involved Yamcha. They involved Krillin. They involved everybody. Everybody was involved. So that's what I liked about it. That's what I liked about with even with Hachiak or something like that. Uh, Legendary Super Saiyan. It involved everybody, but shoot, who'd want to fight Broly? That evil bastard. Who want to fight him? The first one, not the second one, not this emo kid. Emo 40-year-old kid, 40-year-old version, whatever you want to call him. Um, Not this guy. Um, he's already gone SSJ6. That's Super Saiyan. You got Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God Kaioken. No, Super. You got he technically he has Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan what you got? The Kaioken don't count. Ultra Mega Level Ultra Instinct. You got Ultra Mega Level Ultra Instinct. You got Super Ultra Omega Unimperfected Ultra Instinct because I fight better with my emotions. Then you got Ultra Instinct. So you got like he's like at level 7 now. Then you got Ultra Ego Vegeta. Ultra Ego Vegeta. That just sounds ugly, man. That sounds ugly. He got then it looks ugly. He got purple hair with Super Saiyan 3 eyes. Why didn't they just you could make him have keep his same why didn't they just learn new techniques with their regular Super Saiyan stuff? This regular Super Saiyan powers. Instead of this they could have used regular Super Saiyan and just added key and aura to just like with Gohan. Um you didn't have to give Gohan a new form. You could have just gave him a different aura. And you could have gave him a different aura and it would have been fine. I would have been jiggy with that in this movie. Even with Ultra Ego, you could have gave him Destruction Key. Vegeta Destruction Key had him purple hair or something, but he's still in like a Super Saiyan state or something without all his extra crap. Uh, uh, Fan made forms. It, I'm fan made forms ain't no difference really. Honestly, they took all this stuff from fans. Toriyama took Beast Gohan from a fan. Super Saiyan Blue was already out. That was from a fan. Goku already had blue hair on the internet. He already had red hair on the internet. All these forms they stole them from the internet. He already had white hair on the internet. He's already had white hair. He's already had red hair on the internet. All this stuff it was fan made trash before it became Super. So Super was rooted in fan made trash. So I can't say I like the fan made stuff. A lot of people was fantasizing about it. Like when I was in high school and college and all that stuff, they fantasized about it. We was like, Goku got blue hair. He's Super Saiyan 8. He's Super Saiyan 11. He's Super Saiyan 20. After a while, I just got bored with it, man. I mean, that's why I keep saying Super Saiyan was the beginning of the end because they just kept going up the levels. You don't need all this stuff. You don't need all these crazy transformations. I think Super Saiyan should have been the pinnacle and just learn new techniques and stuff. Super Saiyan should have been the pinnacle. That's what I believe. And because it was hyped up in Namek, where Vegeta was hyping it up to be this legend, this legendary form, only a once in 1,000 years. And now it's nothing. It's just like anybody can do it. You could fart and become a Super Saiyan now. And everybody in the beginning almost died to become one. Gohan almost died against Goku because Goku turned full power Super Saiyan and launched a full power Kamehameha at Gohan. He could have died if he hadn't deflected that. If he hadn't turned Super Saiyan and deflected that blast, he would have died. He could have been obliterated. Full power Super Saiyan versus Gohan's base form. Yeah, okay. Tell me who's gonna win that. Tell me how he's gonna explain that to Chi Chi. But that was the only way. Gohan said, "That's the only way I'm gonna transform is if you go all out." And Vegeta, he trained his body to the pinnacle. He almost died. Goku, he had to see his best friend get blown up in his face. He had to go through a PTSD moment just to become Super Saiyan. These people, see all the hell these people went through just to get the form, and now they're this tingly back crap. Just tingle your back. What kind of crap is this? What kind of stuff is the tingly back? Just use your tingly back feeling. What kind of mess is that? What kind of stuff is that? What is that? What is tingly back? You just use it. So any Saiyan now can just make their back tingle. They can put ants and stuff on their back and turn into a Super Saiyan. I mean, come on. They could you could take You could take a little blade, scratch your back, and pour alcohol on it and turn Super Saiyan. I mean, I'm just saying, this is what it sounds like. The tingly back. What you got? You got some? They something y'all ain't telling me with these. They got some kind of disease or something. What's going on? The tingly back feeling. I mean, that's weird. That stuff is weird. It's really weird. Yeah, they went from uh, a legend. They took a legendary form and just turned it into cotton candy. I'm just anybody could turn Super Saiyan, like anybody. That's why I don't like the fan made stuff. I said, I like what they have already given. What they started out with in Z and GT was good enough to me. Uh, Everything else is just it's just fan made trash. Um, Orange Piccolo is trash. It's just trash. The movie looked like a game, like a video game. It looked worse than Xenoverse. Xenoverse looks better than this. Um, some instances look good, but like Gohan's design, it was atrocious. It was terrible. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. Why did they give him that design? It's like they tried to do an homage. They tried to do an homage back to him as a 11-year-old kid, and it just didn't work. It just I'm sorry, it didn't work. They gotta they gotta stop trying to go backwards. They messing up when they trying to go. They gave him this 11-year-old kid design, which is yeah, no, it didn't work for me. It didn't work at all. The 3D graphics, they sucked. It just didn't work. None of it worked. Like when Piccolo went to the lookout, it literally looked like, I swear to God, I forgot I was in the theater. I thought I was watching a playthrough of Xenoverse on the internet. Like I was watching a playthrough of Xenoverse on YouTube. That's what it looked like. I didn't know if I forgot I was in the theaters half the time. I mean, the Goku versus Vegeta fight, how when they fought, the fighting was interesting. However, I couldn't get past the ugly graphics. I couldn't get past this video game graphics. They got it. They I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. Everything the Dragon Ball looked better than this movie, honestly, because it just looked better than this. Because all that 3D stuff, the Beast Gohan's transformation, his hair was. They try to re-implement the Teen Gohan crap, and it looked awful. It didn't look. It was nowhere near as. I mean, I understand why Gohan unlocked his potential, because I hate to use the word transformation because I really think that transformation was atrocious. They didn't need it. They didn't have to have it because Gohan has always been able to unlock more of his power in a form, just like the Super Saiyan 2. That was enough in the Cell Saga. He didn't have to. He didn't have to do this ugly beast form. He could have just got tapped into more of his potential in his ultimate state and won. Had like I said, a different aura and won. And still, I would have been okay with it. I would have been all right with that. I would have been okay. I would have forgave Cell Max if they hadn't had the crazy transformations, and if they hadn't had this and these graphics. If they went back to they need to go. They should have went. What happened to the graphics? And why would you go from the graphics in Broly? That stuff looked amazing. Why would you go from that to this garbage? Why would you go from that to this crap? It's crap. It's crap. Because Super Broly looked awesome. Super Broly looked amazing. This stuff just looks. It looks like it. It looks like trash. They had a great, and I'm so disappointed because they had a great concept. They had something here. Make a movie about Piccolo and Gohan. I think that's a very interesting thing. That's a very interesting concept you can have. Just exit Goku and Vegeta out. That's cool. I'm cool with those things. But why the graphics? Why the crazy? Why make them transform just to catch up to Goku and Vegeta? They didn't even have to catch up to them. They could have just had an enemy on their level that Goku and Vegeta weren't there to beat to fight. I mean, just saying, they could have just kept them out of the story. They didn't have to do all this. And like I forgave Piccolo's first form because they explained it. It was the same way. Them unlocking Piccolo's form was the same way Guru unlocked Gohan's potential on Namek and Krillin's potential. Same way he did it on Namek. It was the same. He asked Shenron to unlock their potential the same way Guru could do it, basically. So I understood. I can get that. I can get behind that because that's he just unlocked any a lot of beings in Dragon Ball can do that. Like I said, Guru could. Probably the Elder on Planet Namek could. The Elder Kai can on a massive scale. I mean, they could have went to see Elder Kai. Uh, now I thought that would. I think that would have been more interesting than going to Shenron. If Elder Kai just so happened to be around, or them having to be Supreme Kai having to be lounging on Earth, and he wanted Piccolo wanted to get in contact with Elder Kai, I think that would have been a more interesting idea than this. Um, just me, man. I don't know. Or going to Planet Namek because a lot of people can teleport. A lot of people can teleport. You got Capito Kai and all this stuff. Kabito Kai. It's people that can teleport. So um, he could have went to Namek. Like I said, he would have went to Namek or Elder Kai. Let's see. Yeah, save money. Yeah, probably did want to save money on Ammonite. I don't think they needed to though, because this Dragon Ball is a corporation now. Um, it just like because they weren't really thinking about that when it came to Broly. Um, even when they were animating Super, they weren't thinking about that stuff. They could have used the same graphics from Super. They could have just made it a TV special and made it like just like the History of Trunks. It was a TV special. Um, Bardock was a TV special. Some of these movies they could make TV specials. They don't have to make. They could make something like certain things. They could make it that quality. You don't have to. You don't have to be this 3D crap. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. But only thing with it's like he with Toyotaro, it's like he took AF and just. Uh, I don't know what happened with him because AF was actually pretty good, and it's weird that he was good at AF, but when it came to Super, he kind of it's like he took a dump on it. He just kind of dropped the ball because AF was pretty decent. Some of those concepts were pretty decent, and like I said, I with anything in Super, I don't agree with all this God stuff. Uh, I never agree with all this God key stuff. Uh, the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan stuff. Uh, I just all these weird transformations. I don't. Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan is useless because he still gets whooped. He still gets whooped. Even ever since they've had this form, all they've done is got whooped. They've only gotten that form has hasn't done anything. Nothing meaningful really, honestly. You just go back and watch. That form hadn't done anything meaningful. Goku Black. Who beat Zamasu? It wasn't Super Saiyan Blue. I mean, they hadn't done anything. Super Saiyan Blue hasn't done anything. It was just light shows and you don't need that to have a good series. It's just like I say, it's just no, it's just a cash grab. But yeah, it's just like I said, I love Dragon Ball. I hate what's being done to it. Uh, Sounds like it. Um, I think I heard somewhere where he was stepping down or something like that. Which probably is a good idea because I don't think he does. I don't think he's. I think he's tired. I think he's really. Yeah, I think he's tired. Honestly, I think he's kind of ready to wrap it up. I don't think he's honestly ready. I don't think he's really trying to do anything else Dragon Ball related himself. That's why he's not. He's hardly involved anymore. He just writes little things on the outline and gives it to Toyotaro, and he approves whatever Toritaro adds in. Um, but I I hope if it comes back, Super comes back. They keep saying Super's going to come back. I don't think it's going to come back anytime soon because there's nothing out there to really show that it's coming back anytime soon. Nothing. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen nothing. Nothing worthwhile. I've seen, yeah, I've seen no evidence. Like it can't. Oh, it's coming back. It'll be in October. It'll be in November. It'll be in January. No one knows when it's coming back. No, or even if it's coming back. Like they said, at first they said it was going to be a hiatus for a month, and now it's indefinite. So they because it's a hiatus because it sucks and it's not getting the response that it should have gotten. The numbers aren't. They're probably selling a lot of merchandise, but it's just not. It's not a good story. It's Goku Goku Super Saiyan 6. Like I said, I can't. I really. I don't know if I've seen it or not, but I really don't. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to. I ain't even looking forward to any more transformations, honestly. Uh, I don't think Ultra Instinct should have been a transformation. If you wanted me to really be real about it, I don't. I just don't think it should have been a transformation. I think Ultra Instinct should have been just Goku mastering all his power in his base or something. I don't really Super Saiyan 6 and 7 and all this other stuff. I don't anything outside of 4. I'm not really feeling. Um, I think I gave Super. I think I gave Ultra Instinct with white hair a pass because I slick think it's cool, but it's not. It's just if it's just another useless transfer, it's just another useless form. I really don't want it around in the first place. Just like Super Saiyan Blue and God and stuff. Because every time they come out with a new form, they just wind up getting whooped again, and something else just comes and surpasses it like it's nothing. So I'm not really. I'm tired of that trope. It's been going on since the Boo saga. It's like Super Saiyan 3 had all that build up, and now it's useless. Now it's a piece of crap. It's just a piece of crap now, and it's not good for anything. Gotenks is a gag cat. They did all that build up for Gotenks. Now he's just a gag character. He's just comic relief. Piccolo, comic relief. All these characters they had all kind of build up and respect. I just don't. You know, I just wanted to go back to martial arts. Everything, I'm not really into flashy stuff anymore. Like with Dragon Ball, it's okay, but I'm not into the. I just like I prefer when it was about martial arts. I prefer when it was about learning different techniques. I prefer when it was about just having a good, decent fight without them transforming 7 or 8,000 times during the fight sequence. I prefer that. Um, I prefer that over all these transformations, honestly. Um, because after Frieza, they were just talking about powering up, 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 and it was at least interesting in Z. Um, like I said, even in GT, it was just powering up, powering up, powering up, powering up, powering up, powering up. We got to get stronger. We got to get more power. We need more power. We need more power. Uh, it was no more techniques. It's just let's see who's stronger. It's just a strongman competition, an arm wrestle. You know, because like I said, like the Kiko hole, the Destructo Disc, Solar Flare, uh, how Tien beat Goku in the martial arts tournament. How Goku beat Tien the second time around. How he discovered different weaknesses, just like in the other world tournament. How Goku beat Pycon, even though Pycon was leagues above Goku in that tournament. Pycon was way stronger. Let's just be real. Pycon was way stronger than Goku. He beat him like he beat Goku like he stole something. It's just that he got carried away with the Thunder Flash technique, and Goku figured a way around it, and that's how Pycon lost. Um, but Super Saiyan 6, Super Saiyan 7, Super Saiyan 8. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I just don't want them. I don't want them incorporated in the Super. It's good as long as it stays fan art. If it's fan art, hey, I mean, at least it's not in the story. Just like they should have left a lot of stuff that's in Super. It should have stayed fan art. Beast Gohan, it should have stayed fan. It should have stayed in the fan stuff. I'm not really a transformation guy anymore. It's gotten old. You know, because when you got all these Super Saiyan 8, Super Saiyan 9, Super Saiyan 10s and all, what I mean, where does that leave Super Saiyan 1 now? It's just in the dirt. It's just in the mud. This far it was hyped up to be amazing. Now it ain't crap. I mean, that's why I say I value techniques over a lot of that stuff. I mean, um, because you can learn new techniques that can make you as strong as a Super Saiyan or can make you on certain levels. I'm just saying you can gain strength. It's different ways to gain strength because the androids, take the androids, they were stronger than a Super Saiyan. They didn't have all these crazy transformations. Cell, he didn't turn orange and green and white and gray and yellow, just like Black Frieza. Black Frieza, Black Frieza. I mean, he already has his first form, second form, third form, fourth form. Now you got Golden Frieza. Now you got Black Frieza. I mean, you got all these different transfer. What can you? I mean, it's now it's just transformation. It's not they're using transformations to replace the story. It's just lazy writing. It's just laziness. Yeah, it is. They might look neat and all that stuff, but if you watch, if you go back and watch Dragon Ball and early Dragon, if you go watch back and watch Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, you'll see what I'm talking about. Trust me, you'll see because it was more about story and content versus just new form, new form, new form, new form, new form. It's way better, you know. It's way leagues above this stuff, and I was starting to like Gohan's form because it looks like it looks close to his base form, and that's why I was starting to like it. I mean, he could have got away with that because he just, it wasn't just wasn't off the wall crazy. I think fan stuff should stay fan stuff, just like Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I'm glad that it's fan made. I mean, it's kind of fan service. It's not fan made, but it's fan service, and that's exactly what it should be. I don't think they should take any ideas and incorporate them into Super. It should stay where it is, which is fan service. I think fan stuff should stay fan stuff. I think the official Dragon Ball manga and anime, it it should stay what it is. It shouldn't have all these crazy transformations in there. You know, some stuff should stay fan, just stay fan stuff. I mean, I don't know. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not a fan of all these crazy transformations. It was cool talking about it on the internet in high school, but for them to incorporate it into the series with all these crazy transfer, it's not as fun anymore when it's incorporated into the series because now all you have is power ups. You don't have a story. I love the Dragon. I've always liked Dragon Ball for what it was, and still enjoy the fan service on the side. Not fan service, but fan animes and mangas. I still enjoy those on the side because when you just incorporate all into now you're taking away the imagination stuff because you can picture Vegeta as a Super Saiyan 3, or you could picture Goku as a Super Saiyan 6. But if you just and now you're incorporating, now you just pull it into the series Super Saiyan 6, Super Saiyan 7, Super Saiyan 8, Super Saiyan 9. Now you're taking away. I don't want. Uh, I don't like Dragon Ball. the actual official series mixed in with fan service stuff, with fan manga stuff. I think that stuff should stay separate. Like you see what I'm saying? Six. I think it should stay separate from the actual series because Dragon Ball it should have ended with Z. It should have been it. After he left with Oob, I think that should have been it. You know. Um, and some people say GT was a better ending. I do think GT did have a good ending. GT's ending was better than Z's. Um, I like fan anime too, but I think it should stay separate. I don't think it should be canon. Fan anime is fan anime, just like a good one was when Return of Kakarot, Dragon Ball Multiverse. That was a good fan manga. Um, Dragon Ball Multiverse was good to me, because it explored these different universes. One where Cell actually won. Had one where Kakarot uh, he went ballistic and killed everybody on Earth. One where in the universe where Bojack beat Gohan and took over the world. There was a lot of different ones. One where he absorbed Super Buu absorbed Goku and Vegeta instead of them freeing everybody from him. That's what made Dragon Ball Multiverse, and it showed the background of each person's. And one universe where Frieza went ballistic and blew up Planet Namek before Goku got there, and Goku went and he got on he came to the planet, found Nail, and they went to Frieza's headquarters to exact their revenge. Of course, they died. Um, and Captain Ginyu wound up switching bodies with King Cold, and it's kind of whack. It's that those Dragon Ball Multiverse was my favorite. Return of Kakarot was my favorite. It's one of them I was following too, a recent one where all the Z fighters were annihilated except for Krillin. Um, and then Chi had a son called Goten, and Krillin trained up Goten. He became an android. It's some fan stuff I like, and the reason why I like it because it don't have a bunch of crazy transformation. They're writing a good story, but they don't have a whole lot of crazy transformations. You see, they had to train and learn these techniques, and it's a lot of oh yeah, in one story in multiverse where Vegito never diffused. Uh, see, a lot of the fans are writing good stories. Those are some good stories, good concepts. Um, it was another one where Vegeta's brother, uh, Rigger, is about Vegeta's brother, and it's a few that I followed that I liked. So, and those are better than Super. All of all of them with I think it was the Return of Kakarot when Goku hit his head again. Goku and Oob were training, and he hit his head again, and he turned back evil. I don't think that one finished yet. And yeah, well, because Akira has admitted that he don't know how to write a story. Um, and the fans actually are able to take his work and you have some actually creative storytellers out in the world. I have to admit, um, I just don't follow the one that got all these crazy transformations, um, because that's not. It takes away from what Dragon Ball is all about in the beginning. It takes away from what it was all about. It's all about pushing yourself, just like what Master Roshi taught Goku is all about pushing yourself to always become stronger. It's not necessarily getting new form after new form after new form, pushing yourself mentally, physically as a martial artist, because there's always somebody stronger. You continue to train and push yourself to the limit. It's not they had it going. Like even with the Frieza, when it came to the Frieza, Goku kept getting stronger, and it just dropped the ball with all the crazy when they started transforming back to back. But at least in Z they had to earn it. Goku had to train in Otherworld. Um, that's thousands of years worth of experience. Because like on King Kai's planet, he got hundreds of years of training in 85 days. So I can understand why he achieved Super Saiyan 3 in the other world because he literally, if he did it in 85 days, he got hundreds of years of training in 85 days. You can only imagine how much training he could have gotten in 7 years, and he had a heavenly body, so he didn't have to stop. He didn't need sleep. He didn't need anything. He just fight, 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 train, 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 train. He could push his body to the limit. His limits were a lot higher than if he had been alive because um, he had a he had a dead body. He had a heavenly body. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, hey, yeah, I used to write animes. I used to write my own story with Goku. Um, I don't think they were Super Saiyan 6 though, but if I had to write my own story with Goku, uh, I would probably stick with I think they need to go back to I don't know. I just think they need to go back to good old Super Saiyan. That's just me, man. I don't know. And make more uses out of it because a lot of these, a lot of these forms they introduced, they didn't do anything with them. They just introduced the form. Okay, it's not strong enough. Let's get another form. Okay, it's not strong enough. Let's get another form. Okay, it's not strong enough. Let's get another form. Okay, it's not strong. Let's unlock another form. It's just they didn't, and there's nothing specific about these forms. Just like there's no new techniques associated with these forms. Just like even in the movies, Super Saiyan 3 was cool because of why? The Dragon Fist. That's what made Super Saiyan 3 unique. You never seen him do the Dragon Fist outside of Super Saiyan 3. Even with Super Saiyan 4, the Kamehameha times 10, the red Kamehameha. That's why I like Super Saiyan 4 because of the red Kamehameha and the Super Dragon Fist. That Super Dragon Fist was dope as a Super Saiyan 4. They at least forms then had a distinctiveness to them. With Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan God, there's they try to explain one of them has less stamina and all the other stuff, but there's no techniques that specialize. There's no reason to use all these different you got all these different forms and nothing really there's no special thing about it. It's just you know what I'm saying? I can see if God Super Saiyan God, there's certain techniques he used with Super Saiyan God and certain techniques they use with Super Saiyan Blue. I can understand that. It's like it's certain but they don't it doesn't work that way. And I just I don't understand why I give them all these new forms if they're still useless against people. Just like at the end of the manga, Vegeta and Goku, they did all this training to get Ultra Ego, Ultra Instinct, to start the doggone granola arc off. They did all this to perfect Ultra Ego, Ultra Instinct, just to get one shot by Black Frieza. It was just a total waste. There's no all this build up. Um, yeah, it's no build up to the. I don't know. There's no build up. The build up led to nothing. They got the forms only to get one shot by Frieza, only to tell you that it means nothing. Every form, time they get a new form, it means zero. So I'm just not. That's why I'm not interested in any more forms. The fan mangas tell a better story because they actually at least make it interesting. Um, like I said, this could have been a phenomenal movie, man. It's just could have been phenomenal, but it disappointed me. Like I knew that I was going to be disappointed because I was disappointed in the manga. I had to. I didn't want to even back away from the manga, but I just stopped following it because it was just crap. You know, I stopped because the gas arc, the granola stuff, it was just a drag. It was just dragging, and you can tell they were out of story because they just kept getting up, getting beat up, kept getting up, getting beat up, kept getting up, getting beat up, kept getting up, getting beat up. It was like a rehash. It was a rehash of the Frieza arc, except you're using the main characters instead of the regular Z fight. Because in the Frieza arc, you remember they kept getting beat up and getting healed, and it's like they rehashed that and tried to turn it with the gas stuff, but it's not nearly as because gas is not a nearly as interesting villain as Frieza was back then. I think Frieza's overused now. They need to just keep. They should have killed. Frieza should have stayed dead. I'm sorry. They just keep reusing them. That's the only thing That's the best they can do. So they keep bringing them back and making them stronger because they don't have any other interesting way to write a story. They could use new villains and stuff, but they don't have anything else. So they just keep bringing back the same old villains. It's because they don't have anything else. And at that point, you should just end the series. If you run out of material, just let it go. I mean, it's okay. It's okay to let things go. It's okay to say, "Hey, look, uh, yeah, we're ending this. It's gonna be canceled. We ain't got nothing else to write. We're out of material." I mean, they're just out of material. It's okay. It happens. They're out of ideas. So now they're taking from the fans because they're completely out of ideas. They're completely dry. They're bone dry because they're using fan stuff. They're using stuff from Dragon Ball Online and all this other crap. They're using stuff from video games. Uh, it's just it's just weird. They taking stuff from their fans. We're not stealing because technically all it's still property of Toei Animation and Toriyama. Because if you use Goku, if you use Vegito, I don't care what form you give him, that character still belongs to Toriyama and Toyotaro, not Toyotaro, but Toriyama and Toei Animation, Shueisha. It still belongs to them. So if you write even if you write a fan story, even if you write stuff like that, all of that still belongs to Toriyama. It's still because you're using his characters, so it's still Toriyama stuff. You see what I'm saying? And it's Funimation. It still belongs. This stuff still belongs to them because their stuff is like if you write a story, your own unique character. You got your own unique character. I take that character and that same character and just give him a new form or something. I'm still using your character. That character still belongs to you. Just like you take Super Mario, um, and give him a different color hair and claim it as your property. It still belongs to Nintendo. I'm sorry. It's still his. It's still Mario. Still Nintendo. You can't. I mean, there's no such thing as you take Sonic and give him purple hair. It's still property. Somebody else still owns them. The character's still copywritten. It's trademarked. Like Kratos from God of War. You take him and just give him uh, a green tattoos instead of red. It still belongs to that. It still belongs to Sony. He's still a Sony character. No matter what you do, no, that's still yeah, it's still Toriyama. Even if he's Super Saiyan 6, he can have orange hair, he can have green hair, he can have rainbow color hair. It's still the character of Goku, which belongs to Toriyama, which belongs is Shueisha Funimation. They still belong, you know, it might be your own unique story of Goku or how you want Goku to be, but he still belongs to he's still property of somebody else. That's all I'm saying. It's not saying you're doing anything wrong or crazy or nothing like that. It's just it's still their character at the end of the day. Um, but yeah, there are certain transformations that I in fan art that I didn't that I let pass because it was fan stuff. It was just it's fiction. It's not part of the story. Just like if they would have came out and said Super was not part of the story, it's not canon. It's not canonical to the rest of the story. I'd have been okay with Super sucking as bad as it did. I've been okay with it. I would have been okay with it sucking because it's not a part of the original story. That means Z and Dragon Ball are still good. I mean, they're still intact. But when they went to messing up the story, saying all this stuff is part of no, no. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. Um, because like I said, I'm not a transformation guy. I'm not a fan. And I'm still a firm believer. All the transformation, it should stay separate from the original stuff, original series, because it's not you know, it didn't start out that way, and I think they kind of messed it up. When they threw all these transformations in there, they kind of messed up the series. Orange Piccolo, Black Frieza, Golden Frieza, uh, all this Super Saiyan stuff, all this Super Saiyan God stuff. Um, it's just it just messed up a lot of stuff, man. I don't. I think it's like I talked about a reboot. I think Dragon Ball should do a reboot. I really do. I think they should do a reboot and just start back after the end of. I think they should do I don't know where they would start at. I think they should do an alternate timeline or something, and just like they do, because Marvel and DC do it all the time. They stay rebooting, and they do it all the time. So I think they should just reboot and have a different timeline or something like that. Just wipe everything away and start back. Still have Dragon Ball Z its own continuity, but you can reboot the series and start off at a different timeline and still make it a good series. Take all start Goku and Vegeta back at base. Make the fighting more interesting. Still incorporate all the other Z fighters. Just make it. I mean, they did it with Mortal Kombat. They did it with a lot of different series. They rebooted. They always reboot stuff. So I don't see it being a problem with Dragon Ball. If they, because all this continuation stuff, it's not it's making it worse. So they should just reboot it all. It'd be a good way. It would be a good way to kind of make up for all the crap that they've done, because they've literally destroyed the series. They destroyed everything. They've ruined all these characters. I'm gonna do explain on how I did Piccolo, I did Gohan. I'm gonna do explain on Goku. I'm gonna do explain on Krillin, because they really did ruin Krillin's character. Uh, he was not that cowardly. He was not. He was always on the front lines. He was not this afraid to fight. Uh, way they did Tien, the way they did Vegeta in some cases, they've just not they haven't done these characters any justice, and I don't like it, man. It's terrible. But I don't know. It's trash what they've done these characters. But getting ready to get off here in a minute. I'm gonna try to 'cause I gotta get myself ready for bed. I got some stuff I gotta do before I go to bed. Cause I do music on the side. I do a little music on the side. I got some gigs I gotta perform for this weekend. So I gotta make sure I practice and get myself together for that. Cause I do a lot of stuff offline too. I ain't always just online, but I'm online on this channel more because I'm getting more support. I don't want to leave people hanging. So you know, I come on here I just wanted to go live, shoot the breeze. Because I don't want to. I don't want to be just barely coming on when I got people that subscribe and following and getting updated on every new post and stuff. So I want to make sure I'm engaging with my fans and stuff like that. People that's following. But um, like I said, if they actually rebooted the series and cut out all this transformation stuff, I would be happy. Or if they just ended the series, or if they came back and still had the same sucky stuff, I just roast it. Whatever they do, I got something. I got more content. Whatever they decide they want to do, whether they just want to end it, whether they want to come back, or whether they want to reboot it, whatever. which I don't know what they're gonna do because nothing has been said. So I don't know nothing. Don't say that TW Entertainment said anything. I hadn't said jack because I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing now. So, but I hope it either does a reboot or just gets better. But I don't know how you can come back from this stuff. How you come back from Black Frieza, Ultra Ego, Ultra Instinct? I don't know how you can come back from that stuff. From Beast Gohan, I just don't know how you can come back from it. You know, it's I think it's too far down off the rails that it would have to have a reboot. That's the only way that could save the series is a reboot. Because it's just out of control at this point. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here for right now. But I'm gonna have some more interesting content to talk about. I'm gonna do some more live streams. Um, if they decide they want to do another movie, uh, another chapter, or if we just to shoot the breeze again or something, I think of something. Now I can do live streams now. I'm so ready. Um, but yeah, it was good talking to y'all. I'll catch y'all guys later. I'm gonna wrap this thing up.